This is David with the Paranormal-Activity podcast. I wanted to discuss something that happened a few days ago. I'm still not quite sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing. So that night I was laying in bed, and of course, I close my eyes and then connect to the other side like I always do, just to see, what evil might be trying to, come at me, whatever. But I haven't seen much at all probably in the last week or so. I mean, just flashes of like deformed faces, something to try to intimidate me, but nothing really to be concerned about. It was just the usual things. So that night I'm laying in bed, and like I said, I didn't see anything. So I thought, I'm going to look at the or focus on the curtains, and just to see if there's anything happening within the curtains, because as everyone knows, that the evil spirits, when they are in my room, they try to blend in within the curtains. And in the very beginning, when this happened many years ago, it was hard to see, but now I've seen it so often I know when they're there. So I'd mentioned in a previous video about a woman that I believe she's a witch, but I can't say for sure. But the last time I'd mentioned in the video, she had handed something off to the person to the left of her. At least that's what it looked like to me. And then that was the end of the, they both then blended into the curtains, and then that was it. I didn't see anything else. So that night, like I said, I didn't see anything when I connected to the other side. So I started focusing on the curtains. And then I saw the woman again with her arm, reaching over to her left like she was going to hand something to someone. And then all of a sudden, about, I would think, 5 or 6 evil spirits just went right at her. And it looked like when they attacked her, that it was almost like a spinning ball of people. I mean, it was all happening, extremely fast. I really could even make out, like, hands or feet or whatever. It was just like a spinning ball of energy. And then it spun in front of me. I could see it, outside the curtains for about, I don't know, maybe 3 seconds or so. And then eventually they all went back into the curtain and to the other side, and that was the end of it. So the whole thing lasted maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds, maybe a little bit less. But as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, and initially I thought, this is a good thing. Evil is fighting evil. I can't ask for much more than that. But then I started thinking, over the next couple of days, I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is a bad thing, because if they're now fighting among themselves, I don't know who's gonna, try to scare me or come at me, whatever, because everything I saw up to that point, I assume, was through that witch. Like I said, I can't say for sure, but that's my feeling, that she's a witch. That she's the one that's coordinating, like when they try to, intimidate me. But now, if they're fighting among themselves, for, trying to, get control or more power, whatever the case might be, now there might be 3 or 4 of them that might come at me. So I really, I thought it was good, but the more I think about it, I think that's bad, because now I don't know who's going to come at me and then how often. But I've never seen that in the 14 years of seeing evil spirits where they're attacking someone else. They were always attacking me. And when I saw that, I was like dumbfounded. I'm sitting there and like I said, it only lasted about 10 seconds, and I go, and I'm laying there, I go, is that a good thing? And I start thinking, it probably is, because, they're attacking each other. But as time went on, I started thinking, no, that's probably not a good thing, because instead of, like, one person in charge, so to speak, is trying to intimidate me. Now I don't know. It could be a group of people or 3 or 4 of them come at me. So I don't think it's I don't think that's a good thing. But I never thought I would see that where evil's attacking evil. But like I've said many times before, I've seen a lot, but I haven't seen everything, and I never thought I would saw evil attack another evil person, but they did. So, and nothing has happened so far. I still connect to the other side every night. I haven't seen anything new, so I think something will come down the line, but I'm not for sure. Now, I don't know if that had to do why the white light on the ceiling came back more, and then I saw that white flash down the hallway. I mean, as I was opening my bedroom door, I saw the tail end of a white flash. Because they see things way before that than I can see them. So I wonder if that's why there was more activity, especially like with a white flash, that they know that something's happening, like there's infighting, or people or not people, but evil entities are trying to gain more control or power, whatever the case might be. But after I saw that, I expected that something that night, and nothing happened. But I didn't take into account that they probably see things maybe a week or 2 weeks before they even happen, until I can see them. So I'm sure something is going to happen. I don't know when, but now I can't say just one entity is going to try to scare me or intimidate me. Now it might be a couple of people or a couple evil spirits. But all I can do is prepare, and then if something happens, I'll go ahead and do a video about it. But as of right now, I've seen that spinning ball of evil, attacking evil. There hasn't been really anything else. And I do want to mention also about the white light. When I tried to film it, when I brought in the camera this last time over the weekend, the white light disappeared. And so I'm thinking, and I've never really thought about it before, that maybe that's blasphemy for me to film something from the Holy Spirit. But I know, and I'm still looking through old footage, but I'm almost positive I had filmed that white light on the ceiling, and you can see there's no other lights around, like lights coming in through the windows, whatever. So maybe that's the only time I was allowed to film it, and I didn't even think about it at the time. But when I brought the camera in and I sat in the dark for about 20 minutes or so, wait for my eyes to adjust and all that, there was no white light. But like this morning when I got up, there's a white light on the ceiling. So maybe I'm not supposed to be filming it, which I can understand that. I mean, I don't want to do this like to promote myself or something like I'm special, because I'm not. I'm just, a psychic medium that happens to see a lot, but I'm not, like I mentioned in the past, I'm not the most righteous man. I have my weaknesses like everybody else. So, maybe I'm just not supposed to film something like that. And maybe down the road, maybe I'll try to do it, but as of right now, I'm not going to try to film that white light on the ceiling. But I am going to look for that old footage, because maybe for some reason I was allowed to film that. But I remember seeing that on an old video clip that I did, and I think this was like 3 or 4 years ago. So, but I'll look for it and see if I can show it. And what I also wanted to finish up with is I picked up quite a few new followers, which I really appreciate. Thank you. And to the new people, I'm just going to tell you what I see. And sometimes nothing happens and it's boring, which is really nice for me. And then other times it gets pretty bad. But just wanted to mention that for those new people, many years ago I lost faith in God, and I said, you got to prove that you exist. And about 2 weeks later, I saw my first evil spirit, and then I saw everything, nightly for for about was it for like 9 months, night after night. And I was so scared that I tried to sleep with the lights on, and that didn't work. But I can't complain about anything, because at that time I told God, you got to show me that you exist. Well, when I saw evil, I know that there's good. So anything that happens, to me down the road, I can't complain one bit, because I asked God to prove He exists. Well, I've seen a lot, especially like with the white light from the Holy Spirit. So whatever happens, happens, but I can't complain one bit about it, because I was the one that said, hey, you got to prove that you exist, because I had lost all faith. So once again, I want to thank all the new flowers, the new followers. And, when something happens, sometimes there'll be 2 or 3 videos in a week, and other times there might not be much. And I don't want to just come on and say, nothing happened, so, I'm wasting your time and my time. So I appreciate everyone watching. Thanks.